3 walkaways. You go back, not everyone gets to go to Vegas. I hope, and we believe here at SignNow, we're going to give you at least one of those 3 walkaways. Does that sound good? And then if you look inside the audience, there's actually a book out there as well. Please feel free to take that with you. If you have a friend who couldn't make it, take it as well with you. That's yours to keep. It goes about a mobile action within SuiteWorld. But feel free, this is one of your takeaways for SuiteWorld. The book itself will talk about how SignNow is a very affordable solution. We'll go over that. Easy to implement, people like that, so there isn't enough people to actually do the work on the NetSuite side. It's a great return on investment, and more important than that, it makes you look good, it makes you close to the customers, and then one of the things that a parallel company, Salesforce, has done quite well, Mark Benioff has done incredibly well. 5-10 years ago, a Salesforce administrator was a medium prestigious job. Now it's an incredibly prestigious job. In fact, if you go to Dreamforce, they call it a trailblazer. You get more money, it's incredible. Part of the reason why that book that's out there is doing so well, and I think it's #1 on the Amazon bestseller list as of yesterday, so thank you for that. It talks about the role of a chief customer officer. That's what a NetSuite administrator is today, but just like a VP of sales is now a chief revenue officer, and a VP of HR is a chief people officer, you get a higher pay grade. My assertion in the book is a NetSuite administrator is the chief customer officer. So without further ado, we'll go into some of the slides today. We're going to try to do 3 really unique things. We'll go over the solution. I'll go over social validation of why it's a good solution. Bless you. I'll go over a customer case study, and then we'll go over some upcoming features as far as the product. One of the things we're going to try to do is we're going to show a video of the product in action. It'll be an abbreviated video, and we don't want to be relinquished to the Wi-Fi needs in the audience. So we'll show the video, but in our booth, you can actually have a live demo done. I see some of the people in the audience have actually come by and done it in the past, but our engineers are there to the demo. There's myself, Ken Growy. Michael Fitchett actually works on the integration for NetSuite. He's over in our booth. And Gal is helping us right here. He'll go over features and wrap it up for us. Okay, sound good? Quick pictorial representation. You probably know what you're going with now. Whether you're doing pharmaceutical at McKesson, or you're doing new work all out there, or you're delivering product. The case today is you don't want to inconvenience a customer. When a customer wants to give you money, or a customer wants to say, yes, the delivery is accepted, and you'll hear this from live customers designed for health. They're going to do a great and eloquent way of explaining after 18 years of running NetSuite, when it was NetLedger, and they used to use Docusign, they switched over to SignNow, and they'll talk about that in detail. You don't want anybody to wait. You want to get all the latency out of the system. It's a very me now generation, and we want to do that. So pictorially, you know all this. No one wants to go to Federal Express office to go find a scanner to give you money or to confirm delivery. You want to have it real time, get rid of the batch work. Next slide, please, Gal. What SignNow does, it's BFN, it's built into NetSuite. You literally go to the Suite app, you download it right away. It has the magic if someone says yes on a mobile device, uniquely, even in-person signing, I'll show a demo in a second, you're able to absolutely take the transaction in the matter, or you can do a change order. If you look at the book, the front cover is a young person selling to someone at a job site, and that person might want to change their order. Something good might happen. They want to give you more money. You want to take that. You don't want to say, sorry, the system will get you a quote in a few days. I mean, time kills all sales. So hopefully that's a good point for everyone watching through that, not just for sales, but delivery confirmation. A couple social validation points. I know there are other independent entities out there. I believe G2 Crowd, if you've ever heard of it before, and I don't get paid by them, but G2 Crowd is a company that independently doesn't take any advertising, and all they do is they cull together LinkedIn validated users of the software. We happen to have been rated a 9.56. And in calendar year 2016, calendar year 2017, SignNow was rated not just the best e-signature software, but the best enterprise software, which is pretty cool, so thank you. You can't buy that, you can't give a great presentation to win that, you have to use it, you have to decide to fill out a survey, you don't do it for any money, you just do it out of goodwill because someone behind you might go with that. We're 9.56, so thank you for that. And there's like 16, 17 criteria you could judge an e-signature. We're fortunate enough that on 14 of those we're judged the highest. There are some very big competitors in the marketplace that started around 2003. We started around 2011. We like to think that we're mobile first. That's benefits, so it can be in the field. And we also think it's the safest. We actually put a layer of software in there so we protect you from being breached. Because that's really at the utmost. You want to be safe, and people want to trust, and they want to know you. Next slide. A quick one. You might want to say, if you haven't heard of SignNow before, I apologize. We're doing the best we can. We're giving out water bottles and doing demos in our booth. and hopefully you like the logo as part of it. We're relatively new, but our customers are not new. Our longest standing customer is Apple. I think they're still the highest market capitalization company out there. And if you go to an Apple iStore and you buy one of their products, you probably don't check out a cash register anymore. Instead, someone very smiles at you at the Genius Bar, hands you an iPad, you sign for that. That's SignNow. We're embedded as part of that. So you've probably used SignNow a few times in your life and didn't use it in the past. MetLife, I can't think of a larger financial institution than those folks. Or Zoom. If you know a screen share business, more and more that tends to help. Next slide, Gal. And then finally, there are people that started another e-signature vendor. We love the other companies. They do a great job. They help the market for us. But when it gets to a modern first environment, there are people that started somewhere and went somewhere else. Quick one here. We're going to try to, as opposed to show you a PowerPoint slide, is it okay with you? I'll kind of show some of the highlights of a video of our product in action actually in NetSuite. Is that okay? Okay. There's no narration, just be me talking through it. So one of the unique features that's talked about in the book is signing in person. You've probably seen the screen a million times, but up clear, it's actually have a button dropped in. So you go to the Suite app, you download the product if you already have the product. It actually puts it in place. This is just a sample invoice. We happen to use it for order forms. It's free form, so you can put them anywhere you want to. And then when it comes to signature, there are some people that want to put their John Hancock there. You download your John Hancock. If you want to type in your signature, you can do that. If you have better writing or if you want to do it mobile, you can do it with your finger or a stylus. My point being is we put it together. Here's what's amazing, and they talk about it in the book, the #1 bestseller. Keystrokes should be something of the past. What I mean by that is you should have everything in NetSuite or whatever CRM you have automatically prefetch all your information. So if someone's in a truck, on a delivery truck, that information goes into your invoice without any keystroking in the truck or whatever. And then when people sign it, it actually goes in and you have it there with a unique identifier that's legally binding as part of it. And this is something called an audit trail. If you haven't seen this before, or if you're a lawyer, you love this. This proves if you're Ken Grohe, you're the real Ken Grohe, and you use that device on an IP device that day. So it can prove you are who you are, stops any troubles. And what's great is you don't have any lost paperwork or lost PDFs. No offense. Where's your nearest browser? Where's your nearest mobile device? You have everything. So we think that's really, really helpful. I think that shows the rest of the demo. And I think what I want to do is enough of me. Again, 18 years with NetLedger, then NetSuite. I reached out to Gary and Tory, but I think it'd be better if you heard from them how they used it. They did use it on the e-signature at the beginning and then went over to us. But I think you'd also like to hear their exploits as far as using NetSuite as well. And then we'll wrap it up with Gal going through futures, and if you have any questions. So I'll bring up Tory and Gary from Designs for Health out of New England.
Thanks, Ken. Appreciate it. Hi, everyone. Tory Jacob from Designs for Health. I'm the Vice President of Technology. I've been with Designs for Health for 15 years. Ken mentioned, yes, we've been on NetSuite for 18 years. So back in the day, it was called NetLedger. Anyone ever heard of NetLedger? So, yeah, long time ago. Very interesting. We are a manufacturer and distributor of nutraceuticals, so dietary supplements. We are a professional line, so we only distribute to healthcare practitioners. So you wouldn't find our products in like a GNC or something like that. But I'll pass it on to Gary. Gary actually implemented SignNow with us. It's kind of funny because he's accounting and I'm IT. I come in one day and all of a sudden the bundle's installed. He's like, oh, we're going to use SignNow. And I'm like, okay, well, did you install it? Yeah, I went right to the Suite app, I downloaded it, installed, we're using it right now. So I'm like, okay, well, how's that going to affect me? Well, we changed our entire wholesale agreement form that was previously on Docusign to that in one day. I just made the changes and we implemented it and it was off. So Gary will talk more about how we implemented it with on the accounting side. But,
thank you, Tory. As he mentioned, Designs for Health is a science-first company. And when it comes to select enterprise software, we take the same philosophy, science first. So we have a few our criteria. The number one, the software has to be easy to use. It does not need something like IT genius like Tory to implement it, to do those lot of these complex setup to do that. And second, it needs to be cost effective. Imagine that currently what you do on your paper pencil fashion, and you may spend 10 minutes for the whole process, from download, signing, scanning, and it probably cost you, let's say, $5. When you do something, you use software to achieve this for you, and if the software is very expensive, it costs you $10 to do one signature, that's too much. So we need to find something that has a reasonable cost, and it should not be like $10 per signature. It may be like $1 if you send, something like that. And that's very important to us, especially when it comes to, we are dealing with tons of those documents, internal customer, external customers. And we need to make a decision based on cost. And the third criteria, it needs to have sufficient functionalities. A few features I like to SignNow very well is one, you can send that file to a particular customer or vendor, and by email, and you control that. The person who receives the person who receives the email can do that. And when they sign it, and the IP address is automatically attached to that, so you know who signed it. But you also have flexibility. You can create a web link that people, and you can send to multiple customer or vendors, and they can open that web link and do those signature. So you have a flexibility. The second feature I like very much is you can create multiple teams within your system. For example, HR, legal, customer service, all these team, and you can even assign a team leader to each team, so that each team can only see their own documents for security purpose. So these three criteria naturally prompt me to, when I look at all those competitors, and I know some of them are right here, Adobe, for example, and after comparison, these are great companies, but we come on, make our decision, and we come to our conclusion that SignNow is our choice. So we started really small. We only download that, actually it's no download, it's because it's cloud version. We started to use it, kind of the first month is free, and we use it for accounting department only, like collect some W-9s, those banking information. Then it's so easy. Everyone in accounting department love it. And it saves so much time for our AP person, AR person. They love it. And then I started to promote company-wide. So as of now, you can see virtually every department in my company, we are using it. And HR, obviously, so many things we need signature. I-9, W-4, quality control. We have a multiple license for quality control people. When they have to sign on the spec sheet, the product change approval, legal service, of course, in a contract, you need signature anyway. And very important, Tory mentioned, is the sales, customer service, the wholesale agreements. And when we hand that to our customers, and they can sign up, open that file and sign up right in front of us. It saves time, the trouble, and make customer feel really great. So that's our story. Yes, thank you for listening. Thank you.
Thank you. So before we end here, we just want to let you know what is coming. So a few things we're working on, and we have some really nice demos in the booth, is to really turn SignNow into a workflow product in NetSuite. So in addition to our great e-signature features, we're also adding a PDF editor. So we'll have a PDF editor built in NetSuite. How many of you have the PDF files in NetSuite? You have PDF files? You'll be able to edit, to annotate, add, for example, to even black out things from a PDF. Great features. You'll be able also to turn PDFs like government forms or HR forms into templates and save them and reuse them. So we're adding this functionality, making the product stronger. We're committed to that, and we would like to hear from you guys what you think about it. So come see a demo. We're at booth 465, and we'd like to see all of you there. Thank you very much. Any question to Ken and the team?